Hello and welcome. If you can see me and hear me, please drop me a 777 in the chat box. I'm just trying to sort my lighting out. So, okay, thank you, Kanisha. And please also let me know where you are from. What part of the country are you from? Welcome, Karen. Welcome, Rashan. Welcome, Celine. Columbus, Ohio is in the house. Italy. Leicester, Birmingham is in the house. How are you? How is everyone today on this beautiful, what day is it? Monday evening. So welcome everyone on this beautiful Monday evening. It's great to have you all on the call today. And looking at the participants, I am expecting a lot more people to jump on the call, but like everything else, I'm going to start on time. And also, if you do have any questions, please do drop me a message via the chat box. You can do it in private or in the public chat, or you can send me a message on my phone via WhatsApp, and I'll try and answer those questions throughout this webinar. So again, welcome to the call. And again, today we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies because it's a favorite topic for many people. And we have people on this call who are also guests. So welcome if you are a guest and are not a member of our amazing academy. So welcome to this call. Again, my name is Dr. Jav. I've been a crypto trader now, I'd say probably over 5 or so years. A little bit about myself for those of you that don't know me. I led a very corporate life prior to trading. I used to work in the city and I hated it. To cut a long story short, I became an entrepreneur, a property millionaire in my early 30s. I started trading straight after, so stocks and shares initially, moved on to cryptocurrencies. So I used to mine Bitcoin via cloud mining, and I used to earn quite a decent income from that. And then I started foreign exchange as well. And as they say, the rest is history. Now, today is a very important call. If you're standing up, you need to sit down. That's how important today's call is. I've been wanting to do this call, this webinar for a very long time. I just haven't had the time to do it. But again, I've managed to find some time today. So again, welcome on this call. If you're a member of our academy already, please can you reach out to everybody else in the groups, just drop them a screenshot in the groups, because the more people that attend this call, it just means that I'll continue doing them. If I can get a lot of people attending these webinars, I will continue to do them. If I only get like 10 or 15 or so people, I'll have to think about it. But again, the more people that join, the more I will give back. So please reach out to everyone in your groups, get them onto the call, just post a screenshot in your groups, and let's get as many people as possible onto our webinar. I'm just going to share my screen. Just bear with me a second. If you can see my screen, please drop me a 111 in the chat box. If you can see my screen, drop me a 111 in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Celine. Thank you, Ibude. Now, how many of you, thank you, Rashan or her, how many of you have been watching the price of Bitcoin? Give me an indication in the chat box. How many of you have been watching the price of Bitcoin over the last few days? All the time. Rashan, all the time. Karen, yes. And that now, again, going back a few days, let's have a look. Going back a few days, on the 12th of May, Elon Musk sent out a tweet. Now, fundamentals, I don't normally look at fundamentals that much, certainly when it comes to cryptocurrencies, but when someone with a lot of followers sends out a tweet, it does have an effect on the market. And a lot of these things smell of market manipulation, which is why you need to take, or certainly you need to watch what's happening in the market, definitely when it comes to fundamentals. So Elon Musk on that date sent out this tweet that you can see on the screen. And what he said was that Tesla, we all know Tesla, the electric cars, Tesla has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin. We are concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, especially coal, which has the worst emissions of any fuel. Now, Elon Musk, I'm sure, has known for years how much energy it takes to mine Bitcoins. So the reason why he's come out with this comment just a few days ago is very interesting. Now, if you think that Elon Musk cares about you, drop me a 777. If you think that Elon Musk cares whether you become financially free or not, just drop me a comment in the chat box to indicate yes or no. No, says Karen. Elon Musk doesn't give a donkeys about you, okay? He does not care about you even one little tiny bit. What he wants to do, he does through a lot of his public comments, and this is one example of them. Cryptocurrency is a good idea on many levels, and we believe it has a promising future, but this cannot come at great cost to the environment. So he's all about the environment and obviously electric cars, but don't forget that the production of batteries takes up a lot of energy. So when it comes to saving the environment, how green are electric cars? That's another time for another discussion. We're not going to talk about that, but generally the reason these comments come out into the media, it's all pre-planned, okay? Just bear that in mind. Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy. Now, when you read this, what's this telling you? Because when it comes to trading, we need to look at fundamentals. So I do look at fundamentals. Obviously, a lot of it, when it comes to cryptocurrency especially, a lot of it is based around emotions. We are also looking at other cryptocurrencies that use less than 1% of Bitcoin's energy or transaction costs. That is what Elon Musk came up with. Again, I'll give you the date of that. It was on the 12th of May. And guess what happened when he came up with that comment? If I just go to TradingView very, very quickly, you can see, I'm just gonna move my chat box out of there. I've opened my chat box at the same time so I can see your comments. So I'm gonna push that to the side. At the moment on Coinbase, the price of Bitcoin is around $42,000. Again, if you can see my trading view, drop me a 333 in the chat box so I know that you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? Thank you. So the current price of Bitcoin is $42,000, give and take. Does anyone on the call know what the all-time high of Bitcoin was? Does anyone know in the chat what was the all-time high of Bitcoin? I'll give you the answer. Just a few weeks ago, the all-time high of Bitcoin was $65,000. $65,000. The current price of Bitcoin is $42,000. When you see a lot of reds as a trader, what should you do? If you ignore what's happening in the news, because I don't watch the news, I only scour the markets and the information out there in the media for the purposes of fundamental analysis. I do not believe what's in the news. It's all rubbish. But when it comes to fundamentals, you need to have an idea of what's happening outside in the environment. Does anyone, I forgot what my question was, but yeah, $42,000, and it's come down from $65,000. If I go back to that tweet again, that tweet came out on the 12th of May, May the 12th. So on May the 12th, just give me a second, I will find 12 May on here. So let's move the chat box again, it's in my way here. So on 12 May, let's change that to days. We can see what happened as a result of that silly tweet by Elon Musk. So on the 12th of May, this is what happened. So you can see what's happening here. So the price was generally going up. I mean, we are still in a bull run. So whether you know this or not, long term, the price of Bitcoin will always go up. A little bit like gold. We are in a bull run. But on the 12th of May, this is what happened. If I can find it. 11, 12, okay. So can you all see this red candle here? Can everybody see this red candle? Let me know in the chat box. Can you see this red candle here? This is the result of that tweet by Elon Musk. Kanisha, yes, you can. Okay. So on the 12th of May, this is what happened with Bitcoin. The price came down by 16%. 16% as a result of that tweet. Now, why did Elon Musk come up with that tweet? Why am I even talking about Elon Musk? Because obviously he's just another guy. The reason why I'm talking about Elon Musk is because he has 55 million followers. And when someone or an entity or an organization with 55 million followers comes up with some information, the lay public, the majority of the public will believe what he is saying. Okay? That is in my terms, market manipulation. So whether he's talking crap or you know, whether he's talking about something useful is irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant whether he's right or wrong. This is not a question of being right or wrong. This is a question of, you know, how is the market reacting to what he said? And this is how the market reacted. As I showed you earlier, as a result of his tweet, the market came down by around 16.5%. And since then, it's been continuing to come down. In fact, since that date, the market has come down by in the region of 26-27%. Now, the retail public or the retail traders out there, does anybody know what percentage of retail traders lose? What percentage of retail traders generally lose? I'll give you the answer to that. It's in the region of 76%. Around 76% of retail traders will lose. That basically means that around 24% of people, not people collectively, but of traders, around 24% of traders generally win when it comes to the market. So 24% of traders are profitable. The rest, the majority of traders are losing. And the reason for that is that they listen to the news, and on the back of that, they do the wrong things. Now, I've had many messages on my phone saying to me, you know, what's happened? Dr. Jav, you told us to buy Bitcoin. The price has come down. It's a scam. That is why I don't generally give out trading ideas and alerts, because people who don't understand the markets come back to me and say, look, you're scamming us, you're lying. But trust me, the market has come down, and it's come down for a reason. Now, Elon Musk has come out with that tweet, and this has resulted in the market coming down by, you know, what some people might say is a huge amount. So again, let's have a look. I keep forgetting the numbers. It's about 26, 27, you know, 16%, whatever it was. Some people say that's a huge amount. And looking at this, it does look like quite a big drop. If I was someone who didn't actually understand the markets, I would think that that was a crash. 28%, 27%, you know, it's a crash. The market's crashed. Bitcoin's going to go, it's going to disappear. This is the end of Bitcoin. Now, 76% of traders believe what I've just said. That statement that I've just come up with, 76% of traders believe that. And that's why we've seen this reduction in price. People have been selling on the back of that tweet and other things that's happening in the market. That's not the only other thing. What else was happening? Yeah, India is taking, you know, a crackdown on Bitcoin. They're saying we're going to ban cryptocurrencies again. You know, we're going to close your bank accounts if you're involved in cryptocurrency. Some other countries around the world, China has said that in the past as well. India is saying it, Pakistan, the USA, you know, many countries around the world have said they're going to crack down on Bitcoin. Now, guess why they are saying that? They are saying that so that the price comes down. And what do you think happens when the price of an asset or commodity comes down? When the price comes down, you buy. When you see red, you buy. Let me give you an overview of trading very, very quickly. Green is sell, red is buy. When the price comes down, you buy. When the price is high, you sell. You buy low, you sell high. Basic economics. Buy low, sell high. Red, you buy. So people like Elon Musk, I reckon he's probably buying Bitcoin now in the millions. Yeah, and all the organizations that he owns. I mean, we don't know half of the companies that he owns or he has his hands in, but I reckon they're all buying Bitcoin right now, because now is the time to start buying Bitcoin, because the price has come down to $42,000 or so, and this price was originally 65,000. The price has come down. Now is the time to buy. So if you've recently messaged me saying, you know, what's happening to Bitcoin, you know, surely it's, you know, it's a crash, let's get out Bitcoin. My answer to you is buy. You can look at this chart here. The ATH, the all-time high of Bitcoin, was in the region of $65,000 on the 14th of April. Today, the price has come down to $42,000 or so. What's that? $23,000. Okay, So you should be buying. So now's the time to buy. Ignore what you see, what you are seeing outside. Just take it with a pinch of salt. What you need to do is not focus on what's happening out there, but focus on your own analysis. If you're a member of our academy, focus on what we teach you every single day. We have cryptocurrency trading in the back office every single day, where we trade live and show you what's happening to the markets and how to profit from the markets. Bitcoin is just one cryptocurrency out of, is it 9,500? So just imagine, I don't think this is going to happen. Just imagine if Bitcoin came down to zero and disappeared. Again, I don't believe this is going to happen. There's 9,500 other cryptocurrencies that you can invest in. And what do you think Elon Musk is doing? Number one, he's probably buying into Bitcoin. Number two, in his tweet, what he talked about was energy. Okay, what he's saying is that the production of Bitcoin is too expensive. So what do you think he's going to come up with? He might come up with an alternative cryptocurrency that he's going to try and pump up and say, this is better than Bitcoin. I believe you should now invest in this cryptocurrency. Why is he doing that? Obviously for his own financial gain. Number two, he may be investing in a technology that allows the production of cryptocurrencies at very, very low energy. So that's two things. Number one, he may come up with his own cryptocurrency. And number two, he's going to be investing in other energy sources that can produce cryptocurrencies at a very, very low energy. And guess what? If he starts pumping those things into the public, to his 55 million followers, they will start investing in what he's talking about, and henceforth, he again is making more money. So he can't lose either way, because 76% of traders will lose, and 76% of traders have now sold their holding in Bitcoin. Okay, this reduction in price, all the lay public, I call them people that don't really understand what's happening in the market. They may have pulled out of the market already with Bitcoin. In December 2017, the previous all-time high of Bitcoin was achieved. And I remember this day as if it was yesterday, because I was heavily invested in the market in 2017. And at that point, the all-time high of Bitcoin of around $20,000 was achieved. And you can see that here. So let's just give me a second. So around $20,000 was achieved, as you can see here, on 18 or 11 December. So towards the end of 2017, we had this all-time high. And look what happened after that. The price came down. What we are expecting, we've done our analysis, we look at the markets every single day. The price of Bitcoin may come down further. I'm not worried about that at all. However, what we are expecting, and it's the same as I talked about on my previous presentations, what we are expecting is the price of Bitcoin to hit 6 figures. We are expecting the price of Bitcoin to hit 6 figures. You can write that down. Does anyone know what 6 figures is? It's at least $100,000. It could even hit $150,000 or even $200,000. And this reduction in price that we've seen of around 27% is nothing. This is normal. The ebbs and flows in the market, the peaks and troughs are normal. Do not worry about them. Do not go onto Google and search what is happening to Bitcoin, because guess who owns Google? Yeah, guess who owns Google? The information you see on Google is not there to make you into a millionaire. The media is pumping out information that is incorrect, and unfortunately, the mass public will listen to that information and they will henceforth lose on their trades. When it comes to trading, there's a winner, or there are winners and losers always. And generally banks win because the information that they put out on the internet is all incorrect to retail traders that haven't got a clue what's happening out there. Now going back to TradingView, yeah, so 27% is how much the market's come down by. But let's just have a look at this. Now, these are all the alleged Bitcoin, not all of them, but a lot of the Bitcoin crashes that we've seen in the recent years. So look at this. From 12th of January to 27th January, the market came down by 49%. August 2012, 57%, 33%, 35%, 87%. The market came down by 87% from November 2013 to January 2015. So almost all of the market disappeared. In November, 50%, another 83%, 34%, 33%, 39% in 2017. And after the all-time high that I talked about earlier, from almost $20,000, I don't know if a lot of you will remember this when this happened, the market price of Bitcoin came down from almost $20,000 to around $6,000. In fact, I remember that the price of Bitcoin, I think it hit around $3,000 to $4,000 after hitting $20,000. And guess what happened when we had this price reduction? Millions of people around the world sold their asset, they sold Bitcoin. When everybody sells, the price comes down. When people buy, jump into the market, the price will go up. So a lot of people sold out, and guess what we did? We started buying at this point because we know we're the 24%. We know that the market is going to move up again. And looking at all these numbers here, do you still think that this 26, 27% is a huge reduction in price? Based on what you know now, based on this market analysis, based on the reductions in price that you can see here on this screen, do you think that this correction in the market is something to be worried about? Let me know via the chat box. Are you worried about this correction in the market? So after this webinar, I should not have any further questions from people saying, should I sell all my Bitcoins? Because the answer is a big no. You should not be selling your Bitcoins. It's a market correction. Market corrections are normal. Every single market has ups and downs, peaks and troughs, and this is just one normality that we see every single day. So do not worry about it. In fact, you should not be selling today, you should be buying. The price might come down further, however, it will also go back up. It's going to hit $65,000 again. And again, I don't like making serious market predictions because what happens is that people get back to me and say, look, you lied to us, this, that, and the other. But what I am going to say to you is that Bitcoin should hit in the region of $80,000, $100,000 in just 2 or 3 months. So July, August, around that time, we are expecting the price of Bitcoin to continue in its bull run this year. We should see a price in the region of $100,000 if it doesn't happen this year, but it will happen next year. But very, very soon, in the next few months, could even be July. What is it now? May, June, July. Next 2 or 3 months, we could see a massive bull run. And when we get these massive bull runs, what's going to happen is that once Bitcoin hits its peak, whether it's $100,000, whether it's $200,000, following the peak, the price of Bitcoin will shoot down. Over a period of weeks or months, you will see the price of Bitcoin shooting down. So as a thought, what you need to do is when it hits this peak, you can sell your Bitcoin, or you can exchange it for other currencies that are still in the bull run. And then what you can do is when the price comes back down, and the price could come back down from $200,000 to $30,000, maybe even $40,000. When the price comes back down to that level, you buy again. You sell at 200 and you buy at 30 or 40,000, or you can exchange your currencies for another currency that's doing very well, maybe a small market cap currency, a mid market cap currency. And again, we teach you all this in the academy. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. Don't worry about it. This is all stuff to learn. I'm learning things every single day as well as we go along. So when the market comes down, you buy. So just bear that in mind. The market may come down further. In fact, historically, every few years, people are saying Bitcoin is a bubble and it's about to burst. And we've been seeing this since 2013, probably even earlier, 2014, 15, 16, every single year. The information that's coming out online is that Bitcoin is a bubble and it's about to burst. Bitcoin is a scam. Goldman Sachs said that. Companies, huge companies have said that. Tesla's saying it. Very, very big companies around the world, corporations, governments, organizations are saying it. And the reason they say this is so the price comes down. When the price comes down, they will buy. When the price comes down, retail traders, the 76%, will sell. And they will lose their money. And then countries, I am talking countries like in Pakistan, the USA, China, the UK, Europe, many European countries, they will buy into the commodity, the asset. many banks around the world have been saying it's a scam for years. Okay, and they say that so that it creates causes the lay public to get concerned and worried and sell their assets, and that's when they come in like hawks and they will buy into that speculation. Going back to the 28th of May, best friend here, Elon Musk, he said, basically, he came out with a tweet, the Doge father. How many people on this call today are invested in Dogecoin? Just give me a show of hands. How many people on this call are invested in Dogecoin? In my particular case, I don't invest in Dogecoin. I think it's more hype than anything else. So I'm not one to invest in Dogecoin, but just give me an indication how many people on this call are invested in Dogecoin. Just bear with me. I'm not sure what's happening on my screen. Just bear with me. Okay. So Elon Musk came up with this tweet, the Doge father. If you can see my screen, let me know, because I've just lost my chat box. And can you see my screen? Yes. Okay. So he came up with this tweet, the Doge father. What do you think happened to the price of Dogecoin once he came up with that tweet? Again, this has gone to 55 million followers. I'll tell you what happened. The price of Doge shot through the roof. I don't remember exactly by how much, but it absolutely shot through the roof. And I think someone replied to his tweet that he made billions. There you go. This tweet just created $7 billion in 15 minutes. $7 billion in 15 minutes. Dogecoin. So it's come up with that tweet again, market manipulation. Whether Dogecoin has, good technology behind it or not is irrelevant, but the fact that he's talking about it means that people are listening to him. And what's concerning for me, again, if you read some of these comments, what's concerning for me is that millions of people around the world follow people like Elon Musk, and they will do exactly what he says. And if you read those comments, you will see that people around the world, in their hundreds of thousands, have actually bought Dogecoin on the back of that tweet. And that has pushed the price of Dogecoin up. And that is what Elon Musk wanted to happen. Obviously, he's not invested in you, the public. He wants to, line his pockets further. And that's why he came up with that tweet. Again, it stinks of market manipulation. And in my opinion, you have to be very, very careful when these tweets come out in the marketplace. And I read some of these comments, and people have actually been scammed on the back of this. So the focus of today's call was actually to talk about security when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and I'll come to that shortly. But what you'll see is, in response to that tweet, someone has written here, I just came up with 800,000 on Dogecoin, and I'm giving away $1,000 to 100 lucky people. Now, who thinks that this person is going to give $1,000 to 100 people? What's 100 times 1,000? 100,000. Why should King Stack, I don't even know him, I don't know who this is, but why should he give $100,000 away randomly? I think what's happened is that, and this happens quite often, is that his account has been hacked, and whoever's giving that away is not giving that away, but they will actually take your money, okay? They will take your money and scam you out of your currencies, and I'll come to that shortly. And that's not the only tweet. There's quite a few tweets in response to that where they will offer you free coins, and security is extremely important. I know people, I've been personally affected by this as well, because I've been, when it comes to cryptocurrency, I never, prior to this, I never attended any academies. I'm self-taught. I've learned myself over a period of time. And so I had to go through the positives and the negatives. And I know people that have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. I know people personally that have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars because of what's happening out there online. So today, the focus on today's talk is around security. Is very, very important. Going back to Dogecoin, the market cap of Dogecoin spiked by $10 billion after this tweet. So again, Elon Musk came up with a tweet. Again, was this another tweet? Yeah. On the 13th of May, he's working with Doge developers to improve system transaction efficiency. Whether he's working with them or not is irrelevant. What he's doing is pushing up the price of Dogecoin. The market cap of Dogecoin spiked by $10 billion just on the back of that tweet. So Elon Musk has caused the price of Dogecoin to shoot through the roof as well. And I'm guessing he's probably sold his coins by now. He would have bought here and then sold here. If I had 50 million followers, it's very easy to send out a tweet and say X coin is going to do very, very well. 76% of the public, the retail investors that will lose their money, will buy into it. And when Elon Musk sells his holding in Dogecoin, guess what's going to happen? The price is going to come back down again. And all those people that bought recently will lose their money. That's how the market works. That's why you have to be very, very, very careful. Now, recently, on the back of these tweets, we've had so many scams in the marketplace, and you have to be extremely careful, because with cryptocurrency, what you need to do is that you need to behave like you have millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency already. You need to behave like you are already a millionaire. Don't treat this like play money. Many people come into the market and they think it's monopoly money. This is serious, okay? Treat it as if you already have $1 million in your account. How would you behave? You need to behave like a corporation, and you have to protect your assets. So there are so many people that have lost money on the back of those tweets. And do you think Elon Musk cares? He doesn't give a donkeys, because he has made his money, okay? And if you just look at what's happened on the back of those tweets, this person, whatever her name is, Julie Bushnell, she lost 9 grand, probably a lot more than that, because obviously with the price of crypto at the moment, she lost £9,000 just on the back of one of those tweets. Scammers have actually made over $10 million on the back of Elon Musk's tweets. $10 million. In fact, it's probably a lot more than that. I don't think it's $10 million. I think it's a lot more than that, because many, many people that get scammed do not tell anyone. So many, this is probably just the tip of the iceberg. Then there's this guy here. He actually lost £200 million worth of Bitcoin. £200 million worth of Bitcoin, because he did not know how to protect his assets, okay? An iPhone user lost $500,000 worth, $600,000 worth of Bitcoin via a scam. Security is so important. Please, if you're watching this, sit down. This is a very, very important webinar presentation. Make sure you send this to everyone that you know, because these things you need to do in the beginning. You need to do all of this at the outset, okay? All of what I'm going to talk about right now, you need to do from the beginning. It's extremely important. You have to protect your assets. A lot of people in the beginning, they don't understand cryptocurrencies. You know, you all have bank accounts for your savings and so on. But I don't know if you know this, but your bank account is only insured to, I think it's £85,000 or something. So if your bank becomes bankrupt, you will lose everything over and beyond the £85,000. People trust banks as if they mean well, but just don't forget this: banks pay you if you are, like to take interest, banks pay you 0.05% a year, yet they continue to make $1 trillion every single day. Millions of people, I will use the word millions of people around the world, are losing their cryptocurrencies because they are being scammed and because they do not know what they are doing. And the purpose of today's webinar is to just give you the basics. Another guy lost £400,000 on the back of these tweets. So what happens is, when the price of cryptocurrency goes up, you get a lot of dodgy people, scam artists, call them whatever you want, who come into the market. And I don't know if you know this, but in countries around the world, in I think India, in USA, China, many countries around the world, they actually have sweatshops. So offices with hundreds of people in there, and their business model is to scam the lay public. Okay, their business model is to scam the lay public. So hundreds of people in any particular office You get normal people, employees, they go to work in India, wherever it is, they go to work, and then they will look for people like you, like me, to scam. So you're being watched, whether you like it or not. You are being watched on social media, whatever you do out there on the internet, you're being watched. So what you need to do is you have to learn how to protect your assets. You need to behave like you have millions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency in your wallets, because once you follow our academy, once you follow the teaching and learning that we give you every single day, you will hit those 6 figures. You will hit those 7 figures. There's no reason why you shouldn't, because I've seen cryptocurrencies go up in price by thousands of % in just a few weeks. So very important to protect your assets. One of the first things that you need to do to protect your assets is to get yourself a secure email. Who on this call thinks Gmail or Hotmail is secure? Who thinks Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail is a secure email? It's very, Rashan says me. Kanisha, no, not at all. They're not secure at all. If, for example, Gmail has ads on there as well, they actually sell your data. So these big companies, obviously I use them as well, but not for crypto, but big organizations like Google, they scour your emails. That basically means they read your emails that you think are private, and on the back of what they read, they sell that data to third-party companies who will then send you ads as you're going through your email. Okay, so they can actually read what you are emailing to other people. How secure is that? So just say you're emailing your, I don't know, whatever, just say you've sent someone your wallet address or whatever it is. That information can be read. These emails are not secure. When it comes to cryptocurrency, the first thing you need to do is to get a secure email. And here, I mean, you got Proton Mail, Tutanota, Zoho, the XYZ, Startmail. There's quite a few secure emails out there. So once I finish this call, please make sure that you get a secure email with 2-factor authentication. Your email address needs to have 2FA. Does anyone know what 2FA is? 2-factor authentication basically means that you have to do an additional step to log into your email. With Hotmail, with Yahoo, with Gmail, if a scammer gets access to your password and all of your exchanges and your wallets are linked to that email, guess what? You are in deep, deep trouble. It will literally take a scammer a couple of minutes, if even that, to take every single currency that you've got out of your wallet. And guess what? These guys are not nice people. I've seen it happen before my very eyes. Just say you've got, I don't know, 5 Bitcoins in one of your wallets, and a third party gets access to that wallet. Do you think they'll just take out 1 Bitcoin and say, do you know what, I'll leave you with 4 because I'm a nice person. I'll just have 1 Bitcoin. The answer is no. They will take every single coin you have in your wallet. If you have Ethereum, excuse me, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever coins you've got, Litecoin, whatever coin you have, they will take every single coin you have in your wallet until your balance is 0. If someone gets access to your wallet, they will leave you with a 0 balance. These people are not nice people because this is their business. These sweatshops around the world, obviously you have individuals doing this as well, but you have like companies that have been built around this to scam other people. So the first thing you need to do before you jump into the crypto space is to get a secure email with 2-factor authentication. Write it down. To get an email with 2-factor authentication, when it comes to 2FA, all you have to do is get the app Google Authenticator. Get the Google Authenticator app, download it to your mobile phone, and what happens is that when you or someone tries to log into your email, they will be asked to put in a special code. And that code you can only get from Google Authenticator that has been linked to you. So unless someone has your phone, your mobile number, they will not be able to access your accounts. And most of these attacks occur via the internet. So They may not necessarily have your mobile phone, but if they do have your mobile phone as well, obviously, if you can take other measures as well. But the first step is to get your secure email, get Google Authenticator, so that whenever you log in, you need to open up Google Authenticator and punch in the numbers that the app gives you. Very, very important. Do not run your accounts on Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, any of these free services. Make sure you get a secure email. That's the number one thing you need to do. Number two, you should not leave all your money in exchanges on your mobile phone. Later, I'm not sure when I'm going to do this. I will do some training on exchanges. I don't generally recommend exchanges, but because I've been getting so many messages from people saying, what exchange should I use? I'm going to have to dedicate an entire training to that, and I'll do that later in time. But generally, do not keep all your money in exchanges. Obviously, you can keep some money in exchanges, but don't keep a bulk of your assets in exchanges on your mobile phone. Delete all the exchange apps from your phone. Once you've set up Google Authenticator, delete all the exchange apps from your phone. Only access your exchanges from your desktop or your laptop. Do not do it from your phone. Very important, because if your phone gets stolen or you lose your phone, anyone that has access to your phone can potentially access your exchange as well. And again, if they access your exchange, guess what? Just guess what they're going to do? Within 2 or 3 minutes, every single coin that you have on that exchange will disappear, and there's no way of you getting it back. It's not insured. If you lose your money, you lose your money. Tough. So make sure you have secure email. Do not have exchanges on your mobile phone. You can get yourself a software wallet. Exodus is a great wallet to have, and you download this. You can actually download this to your, let's have a look. Get Exodus now. What happens? You can download this to your mobile and or desktop. Now, do you think you should download this to your mobile? Let me know in the chat box. Should you download Exodus, which is a which is a soft wallet to your mobile phone? The answer is no. They've given you the option to download it to your phone, but you must not download this to your phone, because you will have currencies on this app. So get yourself Exodus and only download it to your desktop. Only download Exodus to your laptop. Do not set it up on your mobile. And once you download it, they will give you a backup phrase. I think it's 12 words. So, anything from grateful, month, hello, chairman, whatever this 12 words or 12 random words, those words are linked to your wallet. Make a backup of those words, but do not take a screenshot of those words. Okay, security is so important. A lot of this stuff, when I started trading cryptos, I did not do any of this, because like I said earlier, I did not have training. The training you're having as part of the academy is second to none. This training that we're giving you is not available anywhere else in the world, but it's so important. And certainly I missed all of this when I first started trading. So get yourself Exodus. It's a soft wallet or hot wallet, call it whatever you like, but it's downloaded to your desktop and not to your mobile phone. The key that they give you, should not be, you should not take a screenshot of it. You should not type it into your computer. But what you need to do is get some paper, and guess what? Get some paper, find a pen, if you can see that, and write it down. That way it's not on your computer, because obviously it's much harder to hack a piece of paper. On that piece of paper, you will write your backup code, your recovery seed, and do not give that recovery seed to anyone. Okay, you need to write it probably 2 or 3 times on different sheets of paper, and you can leave one. If you have a safe, stick it in there. If you have a safe deposit box in the bank, put one in there, and put one in a third party location. Very, very important. Obviously, if you've only got £1 in your wallet, you don't need to go through all of this. But however, what you need to do is imagine yourself, visualize yourself as a crypto millionaire. because what you're doing in the beginning will go a long way. Okay, get yourself extras. Another wallet you can get is, let's have a look, there's Jex as well. So whichever one you choose is entirely up to you. But again, please only download these to your desktop. Do not download these to your phone, because that is very, very dangerous. And the other thing is, people don't know this, but I'm telling you now, that some of the apps, you might think it's a crypto wallet, but some of these apps on your mobile phone, some of these apps are not actually provided by that company. So for example, I know of people that have downloaded wallets to their phone only to find out that when they put their coins onto those wallets, the coins have disappeared. Because guess what? These sweatshops, they create apps, they create videos, they will create, an exchange that's not an exchange. It will look like an exchange. Like, for example, Binance. Binance is a good exchange, whose name, and I will talk about exchanges in more detail in a later trading, but they will create a scam exchange, and it will look like the real deal. It will even have the trusted sign on there. You will think it's the original website, but what will happen is that when you buy cryptocurrency on that exchange, it will look like you're buying coins like Bitcoin. Let's say you buy $10,000 worth of Bitcoin on that exchange. You will go back the next day to see how your coins are performing, and guess what? Your balance will be zero, because it wasn't the real app. And many people around the world have done that as well. And that is one of the reasons why I do not recommend you download these apps to your mobile phone. And as the prices of cryptocurrency go up further, you will see more and more instances where people have lost their money. So this presentation, really, I'm doing this today, is so important, because I know many people on this call have only just started trading. So please make sure, even if you started trading already, make sure you go through this video again. This video is on YouTube and also my social media channels. Make sure you go through all that detail. And again, at this point, I just want to say that I will never, I know there's quite a few people on here that are guests, I will never ever ask you for money to trade with. If someone approaches you and says to you, I am Dr. Jav, please pay me $1,000 or $10,000 and I will trade for you, it's not me, okay? They will also copy our social media pages, as I've seen many, many times, to scam people out of money. Be very, very careful. We also use hard wallets. Does anybody actually know what a hard wallet is? So Trezor is an example of a hard wallet, and this basically means that all your cryptocurrency is now away from any device. So it's not on a desktop, laptop, or on your phone. What happens is, I do have my wallet here somewhere, but with these wallets, you put them in a safe place, stick it in a safe, you deposit. It's like having, what you have to understand is, many people that I know, many people are cryptocurrency millionaires. That means you have over £1 million or dollars worth of cryptocurrency. But what many people fail to do, and I did this in the beginning as well, so I'm not taking a stab at anyone. What many people don't understand is that if you have $1 million worth of cryptocurrency, you can't just leave it lying around on your mobile phone. Yet many people still do that. Would you have $1 million worth or $1 million or pounds just sitting on your desk or sitting in your pocket? So imagine yourself on Oxford Street in London, and you've got a mobile phone in your pocket with £1 million worth of cryptocurrency. Would you walk around with £1 million in your pocket? The answer is no. Having your money on an app on your phone is the same as having real cash in your pocket. If someone was to take that phone, they effectively have access to all of your funds. And like I've said many times prior, they will not leave you with a single penny. So get yourself a hardware wallet, whether it's Trezor or whether it's Ledger, doesn't really matter. Get them both if you want to. Again, what I tend to do is I won't just use one wallet. You can use several wallets and have different cryptocurrencies on the different wallets. And that way you're sort of mitigating your risk a little bit further. It's just like having different bank accounts. So please make sure you get a hardware wallet. Now, when it comes to hardware wallets, again, very, very important. Do not buy your hardware wallet from eBay or Amazon or any third-party site. I went to eBay recently, and there are so many hardware wallets for sale at less than half price than what they will cost on the original websites. If you were to buy a hardware wallet from any of these other retailers, what you'll find is that once you put your coins on those wallets, again, within a few minutes, you will lose everything, because the hardware wallet that you receive may have been tampered with. Okay, so again, be very careful when it comes to hardware wallets. Only buy your hardware wallet from the trusted source, from the real website. Even if it's twice the price, it's not it's not worth going for a discount wallet, because those wallets have been tampered with. The person selling you that wallet may be a scam artist, could be anybody, and they may know the key phrase, the passphrase for that wallet. And if anyone knows your passphrase, guess what they can do? They can access your funds from anywhere in the world, from any country in the world. So be very, very careful. Only use or only buy hardware wallets from the trusted source, from the original vendors. Another app that you need to get is the Coinbase wallet. It's always good to maybe have just at least one or two wallet apps on your phone. Obviously, you wouldn't put all your money on here, but if you're exchanging and trading daily and moving funds around here and there, you can't really do that easily from a hardware wallet, because you have to sit down physically, connect the wallet to your computer. But if you have a like a Coinbase wallet, it's a soft wallet. It sits on your phone or your laptop, and you can actually exchange very, very quickly. But obviously, I wouldn't put millions into that. You can put small amounts of funds into that. And if you're exchanging for altcoins, like you're selling Bitcoin or Ethereum for a smaller cap coin, you can do it very, very quickly from these wallets. And then you can actually, once the price goes up, you can actually withdraw your funds. So you never keep too much money in your wallets. So Coinbase wallet is a good starter wallet that you can get, and definitely get yourself that app. And it's very, very quick to download and stick it on your phone. And again, just to be careful, what you can do is just have small amounts of currencies on there. And once you know that this is working for you, then you can start moving around bigger numbers. Coinbase wallet is just one wallet of many. Again, in a later call, I will discuss this in more detail. I think I'm almost up to the hour now, so we're coming towards a close. Another thing, I've talked about this many times before, and I will do some training on this as well. Get yourself Blockfolio, so you don't. Again, this mind you, it astounds me. Yet I've done this in the past as well. So I've done this in the past as well. Where you have the exchange on your phone, and you're looking at the numbers. So obviously, Bitcoin can move up by several thousand pips in a single day. I remember again in 2017, before my very eyes, the price of Bitcoin was going up from $10,000. The next day it was 11. 2 days later it was $14,000, and it was amazing. You look at your app and think, wow, I've made all this money. But don't, keep logging into your exchange just to look at your price and just to look at your assets. What you should do is get Blockfolio, stick it on your phone. Blockfolio is not linked physically to any exchange. It just takes the value of the asset and replicates it on the app. So it's not physically linked, yet the price is on there. But you open up Blockfolio and you can see your current assets at any point in time. So you never really need to log into your exchange. Your exchange can stay private. Just leave it separate to Blockfolio. If you want to see how you're performing, just open up Blockfolio on your phone. So on your phone, you should have Blockfolio, maybe a couple of wallets, and I think that's it really. And obviously Google Authenticator. When it comes to, again, the exchanges, all the exchanges that I use, as far as I'm aware, have got 2FA, so two-factor authentication, which means there's an additional check before you can log into that exchange. So whichever exchange you use, again, I will do exchange training late, in a few days' time. Whichever exchange you use, make sure you have two-factor authentication enabled. So you'll have a passcode, two-factor authentication before anyone can access that exchange. And also when you're sending or buying currencies, there should be another check in place whereby they send you an email to verify that is it indeed you who is making that transaction. So make sure you've got that all covered. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. If you've learned something today, please drop me a 7 in the chat box. I'm almost up to the hour. It's been great speaking to me. If you are a guest on this presentation and you're not a member of our academy, you can reach out to me using any of my social media pages. Those are my only social media pages. If you are contacted by anyone saying they are Dr. Jav and they have not used or contacted you from any of these, it's not me. I will never ask you for money. If you want to join the academy, please get in touch with me and we can show you how to become financially free from cryptocurrency trading, as many people have. Currently, we have almost 400,000, in fact, 400,000 plus people around the world who trade with us every single day. And again, take it slowly, have patience, and we're here to support you all the way. My name is Dr. Jav. If you have any further questions, you have my number, you can drop me a message and I'll try and address your questions in future trainings. Again, thank you for your time and I'll see you on the next training. Thank you.